Gifs are over 30 years old. Did you know that?
Get out of here.
Yeah, I saw an article that said in 2017, Gifs just turned 30. So they are now 30.
That's
they're
not
almost,
true.
they're almost as old as I am.
I don't believe it.
I actually don't believe that. I don't believe. Where would you be using a GIF in the 80s?
Yeah.
How would you be using it?
What's on TV? Is it a moving picture like Hogwarts?
Yeah, moving a talkie. We talking about the talkies here? So GIFs, I think that they are one of the most important things ever invented on the internet.
100%.
When you think about like the prevalence of it and how many people can just casually toss a very funny GIF on there to like make a funny tweet. And shout out to Heneasy, man. Heneasy had the idea. Hank had the idea for Giphy. He called it like the cloud or some shit, right?
No, we call it the database.
The database, where he just said, let's compile all your favorite GIFs of all time where you can pull them up in an easy way. That's literally exactly what Giphy was. And I remember, I never thought it was a bad idea, but I remember kind of laughing at it, like, I don't even understand how you would do this.
Yeah.
And I think it does take an incredible amount of like storage and logistics and shit that Hank couldn't pull off, but Giphy did, and it's like the most important thing that's ever happened to the internet. So, I mean, they are fucking funny. There are GIFs that I just laugh at every single goddamn time. So, top 5 GIFs of all time.
This is hard because like
We're undoubtedly going to exclude a bunch too, by the way. I mean, it's just impossible to
yeah.
And we're also doing it off the rip. We don't fucking plan.
I'm trying to look them up now,
Yeah.
but it's just like the most popular ones
Yeah, but that's okay.
but they're like
Like you can go most useful, you can go like just funniest, you can go classic. There's a lot of different metrics here for why you like a GIF.
okay, so you start. Go ahead.
Well, the reason I brought this up
Oh, right.
is because the GIF of the dude who's like a fireman who is at like a football game when they pull the American flag out across the field and then they wiggle it to make it flap in the wind. And he,
Which is also ridiculous, by the way.
oh
Like,
boy, watch out!
I mean, like just the fact that we need a fucking.
It's so good.
But like the fact like we need a fucking football-sized American
I
flag.
know. Can you imagine being like the company that's got to print that? It's like Jesus Christ.
It is also over the top with
the pageantry.
America. Dude, like I remember when at fucking the All-Star game in DC when it was like 40 minutes of pregame festivities of like America. I get we're in DC. I know it's America's pastime.
But
Let's
boy,
play ball.
A little American fatigue for sure. And right now it's like we shouldn't be talking. Nick just pulled it up. I remember it being a little more furious than that. I thought he was really going to town. So the GIF is he's saluting with one hand and he's shaking the flag with the other, but the hand is off camera. So it looks like he's just jerking off while saluting, and he's wearing his fucking like fireman outfit, fireman suit. What's it called? And I mean that's one that like I don't expect. That just is the one that makes me laugh like the most when I see that, because it's just like so perfect that a camera happened to cut it off. He's saluting, he's wearing the hat, and it looks like he's just beating his dick furiously. That to me is like perfect internet serendipity that I'll laugh at every single time. I don't think it's the most popular one of all time.
No.
I don't expect anybody else, a few people out there maybe, but my personal favorite one is just like the dude saluting, jerking off.
I'm gonna kind of steal from you, but also maybe be inspired by you.
Okay.
Another jerking off one, the college football guy with the bell.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's at Texas Tech.
Yes. See, you know what I think I did? I think I conflated those
Yeah.
because he's like going after it, right? So I pictured the
and
guy.
He's got, like, the long hair.
Yeah.
He's like looking up.
Yeah, that's what I did. I mixed the two because he's looking right at the screen like, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Pull that back up.
Fucking hammers this thing.
And he goes head down and head up. He's looking at it. And he's looking at you. Yeah, that's right. He looks like fucking Weird Al. Oh man, that is such a good one. That one doesn't even look like. It's not because the camera cut it off. It looks like his dick could just be inside that thing. He might actually just be jerking off.
Texas Tech.
Oh man, I love it. Okay, number 2 for me. This is one of my most useful ones ever, and I think one of the most prevalent ones. The Alonzo Mourning, thinking about it.
Great one.
This is pretty shitty, but hey, we also got that. That's the most universal. That's the most versatile one where it's like if something has been shitty, there's a couple bad things happening, but also there's a silver lining or some good effect. And again, perfect. Like, the chances of a camera catching that moment, slim to none. And then it resurfaces on the internet probably like, 20 years later, and everyone has universally agreed if there's ever a kind of bad but kind of good situation, here's what you do. It's so perfect.
I'm gonna do something unprecedented right here. I'm making a switch.
Switch.
This is my
your number one pick. Okay.
Okay. This is my number one. That other one is my number 2.
Okay.
So this is my number 1. Very simple. Very easy. Very obvious. I apologize to the good Lord for forgetting it at first. It's Tom Brady going, let's go.
Yep.
I mean, that's his.
I mean, you're partial, but again, these things are universal. It's like that. Anybody who's ever been jacked up, pumped about it.
I mean, it's so fucking good.
Yeah,
it's warrior mentality.
He's got the smoke coming out of his mouth. Yeah.
It was. I forget what game that was, but it was like, it was a big moment. Like it lives up to the like when you find out
like why he said it, what he did.
Why he said that?
I mean, it's probably a playoff game.
I mean, he said
probably
it 10 million
came
times.
back and did what he always fucking does.
Just legend piece.
All right, my number 3 pick. This is one that always makes me laugh because I don't really ever know how to find it. It's a little bit racist.
Okay.
It is like the rap battle, like I dunked on you meme, where the kid.
Oh,
drops off
yeah.
And the kids are sitting there like, and I'm always like, black kids excited, and I don't know what the fuck to search. I just found it like what it actually was. It was in 2011 there was a internet rap battle that was like a parody. So it's like a joke.
Yeah. Oh no, I've seen the video.
Super Hot Fire. I didn't know any of this. Super Hot Fire beat B-Bone in 2011. So I guess Super Hot Fire would be what you search. But it's you know why? Because it's the perfect loop. The kid dropping off and coming back. And I mean, the internet is basically exclusively about making fun of people and dunking on them and proving your point right. And it is the premier I'm right, you're wrong, I win this argument gif.
You know what the best about gifs is that like you can talk about them for days. Like I you just said perfect loop. That's gonna be my number 3. It is Jack Donaghy pouring himself scotch.
Yeah, and it just keeps going.
It's an absolute
that fits you very well too.
And it's just like like a bad day, like team's losing, fucking whatever.
Yep.
It's some big bad news. It's just perfect.
It doesn't even look like it starts over. It just stays like perfectly like that. And that it really is all about like, can you capture the emotion? And that does, like long day, here you go.
I'm looking. I just like zoned out because I was mesmerized by it.
It is. Man, we're getting like there's so many I'm realizing, and now we're getting down to our final picks here. I'll go with. See, I was gonna go. I don't want to give you any ideas necessarily, but I was gonna go with the "This Is Fine" dog. But that almost doesn't need to be a GIF. That can just be a picture. There is a GIF where the flames are kind of going, but it's not necessarily as a GIF. So in that case, kind of capturing the same essence, I still always fucking laugh at like I still laugh at Fire Elmo. Because that is just so absurd that someone out there just had Elmo next to Hellfire being like, yes, this is my doing, this is what I created. I mean, it is Elmo on fire is top notch for me, so I'll go with that.
Okay, I'm gonna do John Ralphio, the
worst. I use that more than anything. I can't believe I didn't do that. Shit. Very mad about that. This is one that I used before I even knew who Ben Schwartz was, really. Like, before I ever knew about John Ralphio. Just like this. That's the other thing. You don't even need to know where a GIF comes from or who made it or what's it from. You can just use it. Yeah, that is excellent. My last pick. Favorite GIFs ever. I'm going to go... I wish I had more that like a funnier one that like jumps out at me, but I think as far as usefulness and as far
useful shot
lad, Michael Jackson popcorn.
A great one.
That's usually it goes hand in hand with here for the comments, so I think it's more of a commenter. Like usually I get that in return. I don't use that, but I think like when shit's about to go down, when it's about to get real. Michael Jackson popcorn.
I kind of like the guy
He's
with
just
for that style of GIF. I like the guy with the lawn chair more.
Snaps it out. Yeah, yeah. Those are the that is a genre of GIF though for sure. Like shit's about to pop off and you're excited for it. That's in those are like the top 2 in that category.
And my number 5 will have to be Larry David, comparable to your Alonzo Mourning, where it's just like, he doesn't really know which side he's gonna go on there.
Great one.
That's
those are like
that's my favorite. That episode holds up so well.
What episode is that?
It's Palestinian Chicken.
Yeah, I think I know that.
He's got the Jews on one side,
like,
Palestine on the other. They make such good chicken, and he doesn't know which side he's gonna go with. It is. Oh, it's so good. That episode's so fucking funny.
Yep. I mean, that's an all-timer. That's probably the best episode of Curb, right?
It's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
When Funkman walks in and listens to him fucking the Palestinian chick and her calling him like, fuck me, you Jew bastard, fuck me.
In legendary.
And he comes down and he's like, Larry's like, look, I'm not Sandy Koufax or whatever it is. So fucking funny, man.
Some of the other top GIFs. This is just like a Vice article that I pulled up while trying to do a little research.
Homer into the bushes.
Homer into the bushes.
Are just like very popular.
Homer into the bushes and Grandpa doing the loop. Grandpa Simpson walking in and walking out with something short-lived. Jay-Z nodding his head whenever there's a dope song when he's got that nerdy glasses on. Millions of clapping memes. The slow clap when that guy in the black and white, The Rock is clapping or gets the applause. There's a lot of clapping.
You know what I'd love is how do you do?
And how do you? Yeah, this is the same thing I'm looking at. And the blinking. Is that? I thought that. Who's the blinking guy?
It's from like a video game stream or something like that. Isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
Looks like Lane Kiffin.
What was the
Drew Scanlon?
What was I just gonna say? Oh, 50 in the car.
When he pulls away,
he
drives away. Yeah, I know people love the Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Yeah.
Donald Glover walking into the burning room. That's a good one for like when everything's a fucking shit show.
The burning room was awesome.
Yeah, that one. That was what I originally had in mind with the "This Is Fine" meme. I feel like the "This Is Fine" dog goes hand in hand with the Donald Glover fire just raining from the ceilings and shit. But listen, there is. This is going to be one where nobody's going to like anybody's list because there's just millions of them. So whether it's the most useful, most prevalent, your personal favorite, the one that makes you laugh the most, whichever, let us know. Get at us with your top 5s. And let's get into our voicemails for the day.